All right, we've been working on a piece called So Long, and it's really my introduction to two-handed tapping for the beginner player. No matter what your skill level, you can jump in with us at any point on this. And we've already gone through the first two measures of this piece. And I think what I'll do now is I'm going to play, as a review, the first 16 bars of this piece, and then we'll jump in and see where we left off. Can feel that rhythm that moves through this piece. It's really a relentless subdivision of the beat. And where we left off, we had taken a look at measures 1 and 2. And what we learned was that this piece is really built on 3-note groupings in the melody hand, supported by a bass note. And the first measure, in review, sounds like this. I'm going to go on to the second measure, actually. Here's the first measure and second measure. Now, I want to talk real briefly about one other point within that first measure, and that is we have a couple of really important open notes that need to ring and have duration to spell out the harmony of the chord that's being implied by the melody and bass note. And the first of those open strings that really needs to ring comes right away. And that is the first open on the 3rd string. Listen to this. I'm going to play it again. Bass note. That open string needs to continue to ring while the next 3 notes are placed. If you hear that, big E minor chord. So those open strings are real important. Don't forget about them. Moving on from there, we're going to have a little variation in the melody notes. The melody notes for the first time we're going to cross over now in measure 3 of your transcription. You're going to see some very familiar notes to start, but you're going to also see melody notes that cross over to the first string for the first time. What happens is you're going to release the bass notes, which are those 2s stacked on the bottom 3 strings, and it's going to sound like this. And you're going to follow it with. So the 3-note groupings are 6, 7, open on the 3rd, 5, 7, open on the 2nd, and now for the first time you're going to see, what do you see in measure 3? 5, 7 on the 1st string, and then this last 4-note grouping is very familiar. We've had that in the first 2 measures already. So here it is one more time. One more time. Back to the first measure. Measure 3. Measure 4. Now measure 5. Measure 6. should feel pretty comfortable and pretty familiar, if only for one reason, and that is that our melody hand has stayed in the 5th position for that entire 8 measures of the piece so far. What I mean by staying in position is the 2nd finger has always played the 6 that comes on the 3rd string. The 3rd finger has always played any of the 7s that you see in the tablature. And the 1st finger has played all of the 5s that you see in those melodic groupings. So again, one more time, watching the melody hand, staying in position. Now measure 5. Boy, there better be something coming that's interesting after that.